I'm going to tell you about everything that happened in my day, in no particular order. I can't think of anything. I had to go to marching band, and I really hated it because I was really terrible at it because we were actually learning drill today, like what we're going to do in the football games to the song, and I screwed up, and they kept having to talk to me about my technique and how horrible I was at it, and so I came back to the dorm room and I cried. I was just sitting in the corner of my bed, like this, with this pillow. Except there were tears streaming down my face. I drank 4 of these of green tea. I went to Flute Tech, where Dr. Ott gave us an awful lot of information and not a lot of space, and I really hope I got all of it, because I don't want to screw this up. I went to 10 quartets, and Professor Betts explained why there are different types of minor scales. I've always wondered that. I always thought it was just because the music gods hated me and wanted me to have to learn more scales. But Professor Betts was all like, yes, there are different types of minor scales because the 7th scale degree can lead into the 8th scale degree, and it's better if it's a half step because it feels like it's leading into the note. Actually, that's not what he talks like at all. That's just my professor voice, so yeah. He explained the concept of how the 7th leads into the 8th, and it's best if it's a half step like it is in a major chord, because then you hear that sort of tension. When I was very first writing Generation 5, I played with 2 different versions of that sort of opening theme. Here's the first one. And I played that one because it was in the key signature that I knew I was in. I knew I was in D minor. But then I played this one. And I really liked the tension there. But when Professor Betts explained why there are different types of minor scales, it all made so much sense to me that I chose that note and I put my piece in harmonic minor, specifically for that purpose because of the tension between the 7th and the 8th. But it was like this really educational, amazing moment for me. What else did I do today? At night, we all went into the study lounge, me and Bailey and Brian and Steven and Dalton and Liz, and we all played encore for like, 2 hours? I made myself a sandwich. I went on Facebook and whined about how much I hate marching band. Went to the computer lab and printed off about 200 pages of crap. I mean, it was important crap, like all of the music for Flute Tech. It was kind of nice of Dr. Ott to give that to all of us instead of making us actually buy the books. But I still had to print it. I was in the middle of class when my phone vibrated, and the professor was all like, you can hear the vibrations of this music, and I was just trying to not to turn red and not to be embarrassed. I should probably actually turn off my phone. But I was like, gonna check it after class to see if it was super important, because it should be if it was text in class, but no. It was a text from Mom that read, "Good news! The Z-Bar packages from Costco no longer have graham cracker flavor, but have super yummy iced oatmeal cookie." Thank you, Mom. That was very valuable information that I really needed at that time. I was going to go to the clinic to have that thing in my leg looked at, but then I was running in between classes, and I didn't have enough time, and it closed. That's about it. Good night, my lovely ladies. I miss you lots.